Who's watching you?
It would be very easy to find me, which makes that very scary.
The I-Team digs into what your license plate reveals. Trash settlement, why so many say the deal over where your trash goes is garbage. A roar from history, the amazing plane, and the stories from those who flew them.
Ever get the feeling that you're being watched?
You are. The I-Team's Brendan Keefe discovered a fleet of private cars tracking you all over the tri-state. Brendan?
Clyde, Carol, driving home from work or picking your kids up at school, someone is taking pictures of you and your car, then uploading them to a private database that is virtually unknown. It's collecting information on all of us. Someone is following you. They're tracking your car, taking pictures, recording your precise location and when you're there, then selling all that information without your knowledge or consent.
I had no idea anybody was tracking me.
With the help of a private investigator,
does that look like to appear to be your vehicle?
Yes.
We showed Japriya Stuckey
That looks like while I was driving.
how pictures of her car
You were either captured there or within the 360 degrees, which I can turn.
were snapped and mapped all over the tri-state.
Just nonchalantly walking into the Northgate Mall. Now my picture's taken. I didn't even know it was taken.
Japriya is always concerned about the safety of her two kids, but she had no idea strangers were photographing their car, and more than once.
Right now they're showing me close to where I take my kids to school. That's kind of scary. That's really scary, actually. Now they know where I'm going to take my kids to school.
Japriya had 5 individual hits.
Robert Peters is a licensed private investigator with Metro Special Patrol.
Unfortunately, she wasn't aware of where she was being tracked and how many places that she was seen.
Just who is taking these pictures and tracking all these cars? Repo men. You heard right. Repo men in private cars, equipped with the same license plate readers the police use, are scanning tags all over the tri-state, running them against a private database of borrowers behind on their car payments.
Sets an alert for it has met the criteria in the protocol for a repoed vehicle. They tow the vehicle, they get paid.
The LPR system scans every plate it sees, and the repo men drive through parking lots and down city streets looking for vehicles that have repossession orders. But they also scan every plate they see, almost like a grocery scanner, but much, much quicker. A single repo LPR car can scan thousands of plates in a single day.
It snaps a picture that marks time and date stamp along with a geographical location that can then result in an actual place, time, date stamp of where the vehicle was seen.
But the repo LPR system automatically saves all cars scanned, not just those of delinquent borrowers.
That car is actually paid off, so there would be no need for them to even scan that car.
The company that offers the database, TLO, says it has collected more than 1 billion plate reads in its system and adds up to 50 million new captures every month.
If it gets in the wrong hands, somebody can use it for a bad purpose.
TLO doesn't offer subscriptions to just anyone, only licensed private investigators and others with a permissible use. But Peter says there are PIs you can hire cheaply online, no questions asked.
You can look online. There's so many of them, nationwide, that would be more than happy to provide that information right over the internet. Never see anybody face to face. They don't really care who you are.
They would easily be able to locate where I am within the city, and that's scary.
The database not only shows us Japriya Stuckey's car, it can pinpoint the parking space she was in when the photo was snapped.
There's no way to get off the grid these days, is there?
No.
I mean, you can't opt out of this service.
There's no opting out.
I mean, except not driving a car anymore.
That's exactly right.
What's driving all of this? Information is a valuable commodity. We picked Japriya at random from a grocery store parking lot. So if you drive a car, your pictures are probably in the database too. Clyde, Carol?
Little disconcerting. All right, thanks, Brendan. Settle now or go to court. At the heart of the fight, our trash, a mountain of it. And many don't like the plan to expand the Rumpke landfill in Coleraine Township. 9 on your side's Evan Millward is live now as the public gets a chance to weigh in on that agreement. Evan?
Clyde, about 200 of the public already here at the community center in Colerain Township. I just talked to Township Trustee Jeff Ritter. He says everything he's heard splits support for this proposed settlement 50-50, as you might guess, by geography. Now, in this newsletter sent to residents, he and some other trustees write that Rumpke isn't going to accept anything that doesn't include expansion of the landfill. He says they're willing to fight it in court, but it could cost you a lot of money. Now, you'll remember Rumpke wants to nearly double the size of the current dump here in the township. That was shot down all the way back in 2006, but Rumpke's been fighting it ever since.
And it's important to us to try to reach some sort of agreement with the township. That's what we've always been hoping for and working toward. So this is progress, and I think the agreement that's on the table offers a lot of great benefits to the township.
So what is that proposed agreement? Well, Colerain residents get a 2-year freeze on their trash rates, and Rumpke won't get to ask to expand that dump again. In turn, it will also build a new corporate headquarters here. It'll build an industrial park and a buffer zone around that expansion. It'll also have to pay the chamber here $50,000 a year for 10 years. Now, again, that meeting already getting underway here at the community center. We're going to talk to some of the folks already inside. We'll have their reaction and if they're going to agree to this settlement coming up tonight at 11. We're live in Colerain Township. Evan Millward, 9 on your side.
Evan, thank you. In the middle of rush hour, take a look. A suspicious package shuts down the corner of Erie and Marburg. The package was found at the UDF. These are exclusive pictures from Chopper 9, the only local helicopter getting you breaking news first. The area now back open. That package turned out to be a piece of luggage.
Witness intimidation, that's one of the new charges the mayor of Harveysburg is facing. Dick Verga is also accused of violating a protection order. The indictment follows the sexual imposition charge filed in May. Verga accused of inappropriate touching. The mayor has taken a leave of absence.
Tonight, a newborn baby boy is recovering after his mom gave birth to him in the backseat of their car. But a language barrier between dad and the 911 dispatcher created some chaotic moments. 9 on Your Side reporter Shannon Kettler tells us about a life-saving system dispatchers use when seconds count.
911 emergency, dispatcher Lee.
Those are the screams of a mom in labor. Early Saturday morning, dad's driving while mom's in the back seat on I-75 in Sharonville. They're on their way to the hospital, but the baby doesn't want to wait.
Are you on the expressway?
Yeah.
Exit 15?
Hurry up.
It turns out the couple is Hispanic and speaks little English. Dad hung up and had a friend call dispatchers back to tell emergency crews they were in the parking lot of the old Princeton High School. Mom and baby were just fine.
So to help with those difficult calls, Cincinnati 911 Communications Center here contracts with a third party, a company called Affordable Language Services, and they have folks on hand 24/7 who can take your call and translate more than 200 languages.
We would call this company, conference them in, they would provide the translation for us so we could provide them, the caller, the 911 caller, with the services that they need as quickly as we can.
Hamilton County Dispatch also contracts with a language services company.
He's having a medical problem.
Dispatchers are relying on the service now more than ever.
We're getting more and more calls from 911 calls from folks who speak Spanish, and this is it's literally a lifesaver for us because we can provide those services and we can get those folks the help they need very, very quickly.
In South Fairmount, Shannon Kettler, 9 on Your Side.
Nice story, Shannon. Thank you. Coming up, this piece of American wartime history is in town. The stories from the men who flew in the Flying Fortress.
And remembering a local legend, the contributions Lois Rosenthal made to our city.